you know, I started off just giving people what they needed, you know, a room, a bed, a job. Then I realized that there was an infrastructure that opposed that. So that's what took me into organizing. But then because organizing means that you actually empower those on the bottom to have their own self-determination. But the problem is, when you become empowered, they become disempowered. So you've just inverted the structure of oppression. So then I evolved into what Paul Freire talked about, and this was kind of groping into the future. Why I was really excited about his work was, he said you have to liberate the oppressor as well as the oppressed. In other words, it's not an inversion, but it's a metanoia, it's a conversion. Okay? And then I ran into Swinburne and Fox, basically, and I realized that this process that I had worked on was deeply limited because it was embedded in a static culture, you know, in a framework that didn't allow it to be totally free. But then the problem became, what is liberation? What is the goal of a cosmological vision? Utilizing the primitive indigenous processes that people built on, that ended up as organizing and popular education and all of that. Then I tried to say, okay, how can you rearrange all that within the frame of the cosmos, within the frame of the universe? And that's how I came up with geojustice, trying to take the cultural moods or motifs, if you will, and to embed them in a cosmological thing, which meant that the universe itself, not only was the universe organized in a way to bring about justice and peace to the world, it was also the presence of the divine. Because the principles of difference, communion, and interiority are the Trinitarian principles of, God, Spirit, and Word. So then I became convinced that the universe is already a Trinitarian presence. God is already here, and what the work is to create cultural impulses and forms to make that more palpable and present. And now I'm trying to reach to the consciousness or the political awareness that makes that possible.